Hey, how it's going, guys? You are watching FreeCloud Gaming YouTube channel. Today's video is a part 3 of Top 5 Best Free FPS Games for PC in 2020. So if you have not watched these two parts, you can watch them by clicking on this I button. Note, the games shown in this video are not ranked, which means that the game on number 1 will not be the best and game on number 5 will not be the worst. So let's get started after a short intro.
Let's roll.
3, 2, 1.
On number 5 spot we have Dirty Bomb. Dirty Bomb, formerly known as Extraction, is a free-to-play first-person shooter multiplayer video game. It was developed by Splash Damage and initially published by Nexon America for Microsoft Windows. An open beta version was released in June 2015. As of February 2017, Warface, an in-house publishing arm of Splash Damage, has taken over from Nexon America as the publisher for the game. Dirty Bomb is Splash Damage's first intellectual property. In 2020, an atomic explosion occurred in London, caused an epidemic contamination of toxic gas spreading throughout the streets, resulting in an evacuation plan. This event was known as the Dirty Bomb Incident. In response to the hazardous disasters, a new government system called the Central Disaster Authority (CDA) hired mercenaries to fix and cover up the radiation incident. Simultaneously, a criminal syndicate called the Jackal hired their own group of mercenaries to steal the CDA technology that were used to maintain the contaminated gas. A standoff between two factions battle on while the toxic gas continues to spread until there is nothing left standing in its way. At the beginning of a match, the player is placed on one of two teams, either Jackal or CDA, and must complete various objectives in order to win the round whilst fighting both the opposing team and the clock. The player can choose up to 3 mercenaries, or mercs, to play as during the round and can switch between them freely between lives. Teamwork and communication are strongly encouraged during the game, hinted at by the ability to revive downed players, as well as the fact that being the lone wolf often leads to a short life. The gameplay is based on Splash Damage's previous titles Wolfenstein, Enemy Territory, Quake Wars and Brink, such as similar classes, gameplay objectives, and certain classes having access to abilities like placing ammunition packs, healing stations, or sentry guns. The main goal of the attacking team either begins by repairing and escorting an extraction vehicle, abbreviated to EVN-GAME, to a predetermined location, or to plant a C4 charge on a certain target. The objectives after that point are more varied from map to map. For example, on the maps Train-Yard, Bridge, and Dome, the attacker's goal is now to steal data cores, drug samples from the defending team and deliver them to a helicopter or other area, while on the rest of the maps, the objectives are only to destroy various targets. Available on each map are side objectives, so definitely worth a try. On number 4 spot we have Islands of Nine. Islands of Nine Battle Royale is a sci-fi first-person shooter battle royale game by American developer Defined Human Studios for Microsoft Windows, set in a fictional universe that is in closed alpha testing as of April 28. It entered into a limited closed alpha state on April 28, 2017. The game has launched into Steam's Early Access program on July 12, 2018. Pre-game and landing edit. Upon selecting your server and game mode, you will be placed in a pre-game warm-up lobby. Players familiar with Counter-Strike's Arms Race game mode will be familiar with the model used here. Start with the pistol and eliminate 2 players to progress to the next weapon. Once the lobby is full or the game countdown forces the match to start, you will be given a countdown and will be thrown into the arena. Players will be put into a freefall, with control over their direction of travel. Looking up permits you to glide further and cover larger distances, whereas looking straight down could drop you right below where you are falling. No parachutes necessary, you'll be thrown to the ground with the superhero-esque fist smash unscathed. Movement in Islands of Nine is your standard affair for anyone who is used to any kind of first-person shooter. Upon landing in the dome, players will instinctively pick up the basics of movement. Movement can be best described as arcade. It's fast, responsive and isn't as heavily tied to realism as other battle royale games. Upon moving around, players will quickly grasp the fluidity of the movement and aiming system in the game. There is no kind of acceleration or smoothing, all input is raw. This creates a smooth and responsive aiming axis and a lightning-fast movement platform. Jumping is another prominent feature, which unlike a lot of games does include the ability to bunny hop. This allows for quick rapid movements up into the air while moving forward, making you a harder target to hit. It's worth nothing in Islands of Nine your movement speed is not restricted or slowed down by jumping. You will always move at the base speed of the item you're carrying. Combat, just like movement, can be described as very arcade. Combat is fast, fluid and relies very heavily on player skill, accuracy and cunning. Players will find a myriad of weapons, modifiers and armor around the playable area to assist you in combat. From providing health boosts, to damage reduction, as well as attachments to improve your aim and provide bonuses to your weapons handling characteristics. Ballistics in Islands of Nine are semi-realism focused. Every weapon has its own projectile speed, travel time, bullet drop, and spread. Players should take into account the range to a target, and the elevation to and from their target to provide as accurate a shot as possible to increase your chance of hitting a target and dealing damage. Every weapon in Islands of Nine has its own unique spray pattern that is fully learnable. Players can use the integrated training room to brush up on their aiming and familiarize themselves with the weapons on offer. So definitely worth a try. On number 3 spot we have Unreal Tournament 4. Unreal Tournament is a first-person shooter video game developed by Epic Games. It is the 9th installment in the Unreal franchise, and the first main entry in the series since Unreal Tournament 3, 2007. The game utilizes Epic's Unreal Engine 4 and was to be released for free on Microsoft Windows, OS X, and Linux. Unreal Tournament's development is crowdsourced and open to contribution from anyone. Epic Games has been using forums for discussions and Twitch live streams for regular updates. The source code of the game is published on GitHub. Since July 2017, there have been no new updates. The bulk of the developer team has since transitioned to develop and maintain Fortnite Battle Royale. Development of Unreal Tournament was confirmed to be halted indefinitely in December 2018, though the game will remain available in its current state to play. Gameplay remained largely unchanged from past iterations of the Unreal Tournament series. So far, the confirmed game types are Capture the Flag, Deathmatch, Duel, Team Deathmatch, Assault, Bombing Run, and Warfare, so definitely worth a try. On number 2 spot we have Warface. Warface is a free-to-play online first-person shooter game developed by Crytek Kiev, co-produced by Crytek Seoul, and published by My.com. The game was developed with Crytek's in-house CryEngine 3. Warface centers around online firefights and player versus player (PvP) matches, with microtransactions allowing players to purchase weapons, equipment, and cosmetic gear. The Xbox 360 port, which was developed by Crytek UK, was discontinued in February 2015. The console version of the game was relaunched for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in 2018 and on the Nintendo Switch in 2020. Members of the game's development team split from Crytek Kiev in February 2019 to form a new development studio, Blackwood Games, who will handle future development duties for Warface. Players can choose between 5 different classes: Sniper, Rifleman, Engineer, Medic, or SED. Each class has its own specific combat role, with medics reviving fallen and healing injured teammates, engineers restoring and repairing armor, riflemen providing additional ammunition, SUDs for suppressive fire and eliminating large groups of enemies, and snipers for engaging in long-range firefights. Each class has its own unique weapons and equipment, often split into two categories. Riflemen can choose between a variety of assault rifles and light machine guns, and have the ability to distribute ammunition to themselves and other players. Snipers can wield bolt-action and semi-automatic marksman and sniper rifles. Medics have access to automatic and pump-action shotguns, as well as the ability to heal and revive teammates. Engineers can use submachine guns and personal defense weapons, and can replenish armor, place explosive mines, and quickly interact with explosives. SUDs, however, are different, as they have access to heavy weaponry, as well as a grenade launcher that does medium damage along with a flash effect. Every class carries a secondary firearm, and an additional melee weapon. Each soldier's tool belt is supplied with a hand grenade, and can be modified or expanded with extra smoke or flashbang grenades. The engineer can also carry anti-personnel mines. Weapons have customization slots that can be used to outfit a firearm with scopes, bipods, handles, flash guards, and suppressors. So definitely worth a try. On number 1 spot we have Argo. Argo is a free-to-play multiplayer first-person shooter video game developed by Bohemia Interactive. The initial prototype of the game, Project Argo, was released on November 1, 2016 as part of Bohemia Incubator. The game was released as Argo on June 22, 2017. Argo is set on a fictional island called Malton, the setting of Bohemia's previous game Operation Flashpoint, Cold War Crisis. Mercenaries are deployed to Malton by two rival factions and have to fight over the remnants of a crashed space station. The game is similar to Arma 3 but is less focused on realism and military simulation. Players can choose from multiple game modes. There is a mode called Combat Patrol in which players can fulfill procedurally generated tasks scattered across the island. Another mode, Link, is about fighting on a smaller scale, in which both teams have to hack a central computer. Raid is a battle of attackers and defenders. Clash is similar to Link but fighting takes place on a larger area. Argo also features a scenario editor. Argo's editor is limited in comparison with Arma 3. So definitely worth a try. So that's what's for today's video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon. By doing this you can receive notifications about my next uploads. And this will motivate me to make more. And it will mean a lot to me. Okay. Now meet you in the next one. Till then, stay home and stay safe. And most importantly, take care of yourselves. Bye.